Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world in the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. 2552-2552-420-2020. We have established a third connection with the human being that has our queen. They've agreed to release her upon testimony of how they have obliged to the confirmation that they have been conformed through 25 years of purging every night and restoring every day to purge again every night. We had our first evening, full evening of no purge last night, and the evening went really well. Now, I'm testifying to footage that they've taken over the course of the last day. And now, mind you, a day in the life of an alien is a year for a human. So, a day is a long time for a human. And I really don't know where to start on my testimony, so I would say that you're just going to have to ask me questions and denote who you are when you ask me, please, so that I can be aware. This is Allie, your husband, but not. I know I found out, and I don't feel like I should be the first to question, but since you did replica Marcus and name it my name, I feel like I have a right. Don't you think you should have given me 30 years like you did Jay Black? I deserved it too. First of all, this is Sharon Vix Black, Sharon Black's sister. Sharon Elizabeth Black is the one that paid the price and went through everything because she was in triplicate. She raised Allie A to Allie Z from 1898 to present day. And she turned, Sharon Elizabeth Black is who you married. And she turned Marcus over to me last night. She said that I was truly the one that muscled the urn and got the win. So being a cognitive reality doctor and the one that made great physician, I won in turn based on the fact that they put in the money, but I put in all the effort. And money doesn't matter in the future of an alien. Money doesn't matter in the future of human beings. We've taken all that worth away. And it's now based on your tactics and your imageries and your dreams, based on what you've put up for yourself through your actions and deeds and purity of mind and openness and willingness to put in a good hard day's work and to never look back regardless. I don't care if you're being chased by demons, chased by the devil, chased by the Reaper like I am. You got to put in a full day's work, and you got to get your job put in, and you got to earn it. You got to earn everything in life. And you've got to realize that life is worth living. A fullness of life is. But this contractual basis that you go back in a body that was dead before, because that's what humans are. They're born dead. And they live to go into the grave and be buried. Anyway, I was just rambling on there. Next question. I would like a turn. My name is Moon. People don't usually hear me talk because they don't hear me talk because I don't talk to people. But ma'am, I'm using your voice right now, and I just want to ask you, what's your plans for putting in on your first week with me? Because I'm 2 days in, out on the trail. I'm fresh to all this news. My wife was my wife one day, and I woke up, and she had left Saturn and left me a note in a book, thank goodness, telling me everything. But I just want to know, when are you going to be ready to come home? I'm just waiting to get done with testimony. When I get done with this recording, I don't know what the footage is that you're talking about. I'm not looking at no screens. I have it on my, I'm at Go to the Last Location, and I'm looking at a big field from on top of a mountain, and I see what looks to be maybe a post office in the distance. But other than that, I don't know anything about this life. I don't know where my lineage lies. All I know is that I'm of alien lineage. And I come from human beings that fled Earth back in 2012 when it was blown up. And they went to Saturn, and Saturn was a perfect tropical paradise, and it was very warm and very rainy, and we loved it. But I had I kept getting stolen every night, and my husband would have to fly every day and go get me, and he would just zip in and get me, and that would be the end of it. And I would never know why I mishapped. But now I know that I've got this position in life, that I am a wife. My husband has his own army, Allié's army. I know that I'm chased by death. I know that I die every day because first of all and foremost, my husband is telling me, he's guiding me along, and we're working together right now, me in my apartment and him in his, at the other section of the complex. And I don't know which apartment he's in. All I know is he's on the same piece of property, and we're working together. And I met him back in 87, and I met him 3 years ago when he came to tell me that he had made his position in life, which he had always aspired to be a god, because he was a physics doctor, and he knew if he could just get to his alien counterparts of his brain, that he would gain a position in his demonship. He was a demon angel, a light demon angel, no doubt, because darkness and light, they worked together as one. They were split apart during the Bible era. It was a Bible era. It was not Bible days. The Bible is a code book. for my codebreaker husband, because he is a techie, nerdy, all things brain functioning man, a physics doctor. And apparently, I didn't know any of this. And he's been helping me wake up and teaching me his mind and his body, because his heart doesn't know me. And if I can get to know his mind and body, his heart can click in, and he will come to a knowing of an existence that brings me to where I understand. And I'm starting to gain understanding. I truly am. I'm starting to figure out that I just want to be me. I just want to love myself for me. And I want to be loved for me. I'm being selfish because I've worked my whole existence. I've been on this existence for 56 Earth years. But this is an eternity to Marcus, because I am young and he is very old. Marcus is an old. Since 2012, he's traveled, I don't know, I'm saying maybe millions, maybe billions, maybe, I don't know. He tells me that eternity, once he found it, that it wasn't what he thought, that it was different. It was a woven eternity, and he had to do things with his hand, but he started in the beginning. He started in 1898. They popped me back to the early 1800s, and we established the cryogenic capsule, and it was cheap back then, but my rent on it today is very expensive, and my body lay there dormant in cryogenic sleep. So this is actually a dream state for me. But believe me, I am very real. I am a human on Earth. I'm 56 years old. My birthday is this month. I will not say what day, but it is soon. My husband is Marcus. He was better known as Marcus Welby, and I gave him his father's name because the mother named all her children. She gave them all different last names, except Marcus. She gave him hers. So he was Marcus Welby. And when we got married, his mama named him the Hub, and we got married for the first time as human hubs and Wi-Fi's. And we married our hard drives to each other, and they were big supercomputer hard drives. And we integrated through the age of Ultron, and we integrated through the beam that capsulated the area down in Tony Stark's science lair. And we all got together and we decided that we would check out all of Marcus's theories before we made any judgments. And as scientists, we got together 25 years ago. And when Jay Black got me, he helped me get to a point where I was exhausted enough that I could crack, have a mental breakdown, learn all the languages all at once, and get all of the aptitude and all of the joy and all of the emotions at once too, and get all of the voice at once too. And so I became this big, powerful powerhouse of knowledge. And I got thrown in the drunk tank, and I realized I could read the walls and that it was my own prison. And I'm just trying to explain everything. because we've got to be thorough. And we've got to be all positive in our endeavors. And we've got to do things as perfect as we can in the amount of time given. And I've been given a certain amount of time. And I have to be ready, you know. I have to be diligent and ready. I have to be diligent and ready and clocked. I have to be diligent, ready, clocked, and well. I have to be diligent, ready, clocked, well, and on time. And that is my master lock of emotions and intentions and information. And I know this is supposed to get lots of questioning, but you've got to realize Marcus didn't let me get questioned by y'all. Marcus fed me information and questioned me not, because he knew if he questioned me, then the humans would get more sensitive information. And so we decided that we would run a coup, so to speak. We would tell them a faux pas, and we would tell them that we not only were split up, but we were warring. And we didn't know that Dad would start my human dad. My mom is, my hard drive is the human mom. She's just used for a hard drive. My dad is my human dad with alien lineage, and that's where I get my DNA from. I'm full-blooded alien. I was born only of Steve Haven's DNA. He took my powers when I was in heaven. I created heaven. Heaven was made for me and my hub. Heaven was my hard drive home. And everybody saw the light from the hub and thought that it was a paradise for them to come and behold, and them to die and after they grow old, and them to take the blood so that they could be applied. Well, what they didn't know was that I had the blood in me first before it was put in my brother, the upper digit of my family. I have 3 upper digit brothers and 1 upper digit sister. And we link in with human names, but we also take our alien form names. And so anyway, we have been in, I had to be cryogenically frozen because in 2000, I died in the drunk tank during testimony. And they tried to feed me hot chicken wings because the heat from the chicken wings would have brought me back to life. And I would have been a force to be reckoned with at that time. But instead, I seen that I would have had sleepy time instead of rest for the weary. So I chose to let Marcus come into my body. And I chose to become a duo in the spiritual realm. And having found out, my dad, when I was 3 years old, he found out my plans and found out my stories, and he set me up. They put my aunt's lipstick in the top drawer of her dresser, and the dresser drawer fell off and cut my toe off, and I inadvertently got my body bled of the blood because they knew the power came from somewhere, so they took away what they knew caused life. And when they did, Dad found a great power, and he threw the blood in his son and wielded the power. And the power came with greatness. It came with lots of miracles and lots of feeding the poor and lots of goodwill and lots of... But then Dad got mad at his son because his son got so much attention. And Dad put him on a cross and sacrificed him as he tried to sacrifice Jacob, mine and my husband's son. And I'm not talking about Moses and his wife. Moses is totally different. We won't go into that. But anyway, there's a lot to it. My dad, my human dad, he's always had a firm grip and control, but yet he couldn't control me because when he did his Bible, he cut darkness from light. And when you cut the darkness from the light, you take away the permissions they have to coexist as one, and therefore they cannot balance the world that has been created. And so in saying this, however, the earth became a sinister realm because he had taken the power from me, and now I'm having to improve upon and prove to alien hierarchy that I haven't done anything that I am aware of against my hub's mother mate. My hub's mother mate is his aunt, and she is my mentor, and I have a representative to prove it. His name is Nate, and he came in, and he came to the hospital at Stepping Stones, where I run my husband's department because I'm too smart for my hospital. And so anyway, he runs my hospital, and he's too smart for me, but he couldn't run my hospital because I have the secretarial hospital that does all the paperwork. That was secretarial hospital. Towards the back was wondering. But anyway, so last I knew, I was just a human. And then 5 years ago, I thought I was coming up with it on my own. I wrote True Love Saga. But before that, I wrote True Love Story. And it was about a man and a woman that had waited for each other for all of eternity. And if the husband just looked back, he would see his wife's spirit and he would get to be back with her. Well, my parents, after I found out everything and got remarried to my husband, which I'm not going to go into right this moment, but I remarried my hub from Earth through a cognitive situation, which I can't go into at this time because it's top secret, and I've been on lockdown on that. But anyway, y'all see the videos. I have my Sims videos up. It's just I'm at a part in my Sim life that it's top secret what's going on. And yes, ma'am, I found out I was a secret agent. They've been filling me in on stuff, and I do know that my life is recorded, that nothing is done in the closet. I do know that even if I was in the closet, it would be illuminated and bright because I shine bright like a diamond. And it's not that I'm haughty or that I am bragging. It's just I've been working so long for all of my endeavors that that's just what I do. I'm driven by eternity. I'm driven by infinity. I'm driven by an everlasting realm. I'm driven by the darkness. I'm driven. Yes, I know my title is Queen of Darkness. I know he's the King of Darkness, the Undertaker of the Underworld, the Grim Reaper, and I am chased by death because, and here's where I'm getting back to, I'm come full circle now. My dad found out that Allie had made Grim Reaper, And he found out that Allie was more powerful. Now I'm talking about Marcus on the alleyways of justice, not Marcus on the avenues of my heart. But they're one and the same. My Marcus is all Marcus, but Allie A is all the alleyways. That's why Allie A can't have me, because I'm a queen destined for eternity with the King of Darkness. And I can't take all the alleyways when I live on an avenue, because the justice would justify me instead of Marcus's heart, and he would be judged for my unaware sins instead of the other way around.